Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me today for our Astrology Dice reading for this week, June 8th through June 14th, 2024. I so greatly appreciate you all for joining me today for our read. If you're new here, my name is Jeanette. Please consider subscribing if you be vibing. I really could use the help. And if this resonates for you, give me a like, share, comment. I'd love to hear from you. All right, before we get started with the reading, just a couple of footnotes, couple of things. First of all, we are obviously still in Gemini season. So again, Geminis, happy birthday, loves. To all my fathers out there, happy Father's Day. That is next week, but I could not let it pass and couldn't say it late. I gotta say it first. Happy Father's Day to all those hardworking daddies out there. We appreciate you, love you, couldn't do it without you. All right, guys. So a bit more information here. Today, Mars enters Taurus. So this is kind of cool because it's kind of helping us refine our goals, maybe even refine our anger, manage our anger, express our passions. It kind of solidifies how we pursue our prosperity. Okay, so that's kind of cool. Now, that being said, let's go ahead and jump into the reading. For those of you who are unfamiliar with this system, feel free to skip ahead. You can find a timestamp in the description box below for your convenience, darlings. All right. But I thought it'd be really fun to incorporate this guy. So here, let's break down these dice here real quick. First guy here, this I just got it from my categories board, loves. Figured it'd be great. Give it a few rolls, see what pops out, what letters, individual letters, right, may resonate for you, or if there's any words that we can make out of it, okay? If anything does resonate, please leave me a comment. Let me know. Again, I'd love to hear from you. And these are our astrology dice. So they come in a set of 3. They're 12-sided dice. We've got our planets, we've got our zodiac signs, love, and we have here our houses. So what we're going to do today is incorporate this beautiful tarot mat into our dice reading. Now, this tarot mat incorporates all 78 tarot cards. We have our major arcanas all the way around on the outer rim. If you notice these colored bands here, these stand for our elements. We have fire, earth, air, and water, and they run from ace to 10, incorporating all of those cards. If you go to the inner band here, we've got page, knight, queen, and king. So hopefully I got a good shot of that. And in the dead center here, we have our pendulum. Yes, no, maybe, and rephrase, which is just a super awesome treat. So if you do have some type of burning yes or no question on your mind today, we'll see if we can't get you an answer, love. Okay? All right. Let's go ahead and roll the dice. Let's see what letters we have, you guys. We have G. We got that last time, I believe. T. Oh, and E. Wow. G-E-T. Get it, guys. That's great. All right. Well, we got a word. Awesome. See? The system works. All right, guys. Let's go ahead and start our reading. All right. We have 8th house energy. We have the moon here landing square on the devil. Interesting. We've got Cancer on the hermit, and our 8th house here landing on the queen of swords. Fascinating. So let's break down these energies and then we'll get into it. So fascinating that we have the moon and Cancer, because the moon does rule Cancer. We have Capricorn energy with the moon. We've got Virgo with the hermit here. We've got obviously our air energy with the queen of swords, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, and then our 8th house belonging to Scorpio. Very emotional. It's a very emotional time. All of a sudden, we're looking towards our emotions. Interesting. Some of us may be feeling here withdrawing or a distance growing in communications with family. or some sort of emotional distance. Do take it as it resonates for you. Could be here because the devil is present. There's an intertanglement in some sort of tie with the temptations or the things that we're doing daily. Yeah, for some reason I'm saying daily, because we have Cancer here. Cancer's 4th house energy, which is home and family. Now, this is taking place in our grand transformation, our house of birth and death, of cycles, money, power. I feel this grand change. So a change is about to occur this week. Could have a change of heart or could have a change of emotions. For some, causing us to want to withdraw. Others wanting to, I wanted to say skip withdrawals and seek devil energy. So that does have addiction kind of written on it, loves, okay? So be mindful about you and yours, right? But the Queen of Swords does remind us we cannot control other people, but we can here cut off that which does not serve. When we feel a change in our environment, a change in our emotions, in our emotional security, in relation to our friendships, our families, our inner circles, the people that we are, tied to, the people that we're closest to, the people we love deeper than anyone else, right? That's what's being called to transform here. For some of us, it's about being discerning with that Queen of Swords energy. Others of us, it's about cutting things off. Cutting off people, cutting off addictions. I want to just say, cut off that which doesn't serve or doesn't feel good emotionally. Thank you, Spirit. Whatever doesn't feel good emotionally. It's funny, again, too, because Cancer is very protective of thyself, right? Hail to my Cancer peoples. Hello. You're very protective of yourselves, right? And here with the Virgo energy and the Hermit, that is very Cancerian. This is going into a protective shell. So some of us may want to go into a protective shell this week to spare some type of feelings or to process a withdrawal of some kind, whether that's addiction-based, friend circles, whatever we have to cut out, whatever needs to die here, potentially, for some, okay? Oh yes, but a lot of emotion. For some, this is having to do with the motherly energy, okay, feminine energy with the moon. Do take all of these messages as they resonate for you, okay? So these could be communications with a mother. You could be a mother in a situation as well, dealing with your own children, ruling a family. And I also want to say here, if that's the case, there's some things we cannot get out of, right? There are some things we can't hermit against. We can't withdraw emotionally from those that live with us, our children, our spouses. That would breed ill will in our relationships. It would collapse our relationships. It would bring this temptation to escape or run away, this temptation to withdraw either emotionally or into some sort of substance for some, right? It would be a very hard situation. It's almost easier to cut out the behavior or refine the emotions in terms of that. And I am seeing quite a lot of feminine energy. Maybe potentially this could balance out, or some things could come to light with Mars moving into Taurus, as I mentioned at the beginning of this video. Sort of a solidification, I almost want to say, of self. That's fascinating. Taurus is very identity based, yes. And this is taking action with the Mars energy. But the balance of that here is a lot of feminine. A lot of feminine energy. So that is screaming to me that we either need to call to balance action versus emotion, thoughts versus feelings, or balance out some form of, do we stay, do we go, do we withdraw? Again, there's some things that you can't withdraw away from too deeply. Or we end up building resentments. We end up ruining our relationships. bringing in some form of toxicity. I also wanted to say maybe a tit for tat, right? Some things drastically need to change. This is all taking place in our 8th house. 8th house again, money, power, birth, death, transformations, scorpionic energy with that 8, right? So this could be happening even in your money sector where, you're working, right? You're in your workplace as well. Emotions running high, needing to balance out some things. And balance out our relationships to other people. I almost want to say, depending on your situation, of course, right? Emotional withdrawal or withdrawal from your involvement in a situation, especially if it's toxic, is good for you, right? But you're going to know that fine line of what needs. That's why the Queen of Swords, that's why our 8th house is landing on the Queen of Swords. Because you're going to know where that refinement needs to take place. You're going to know what needs to be sharpened up or cut out for you. So if you're in that category of people who it's not necessary to withdraw, right? It's going to be different for everybody. Some you're going to need to withdraw, and some you're not going to be able to withdraw. It's not one of those situations. And so you almost have to fight the urge to withdraw. And in that case, it's almost like we need to really look here, right? What does need to change then? If withdrawal's not going to solve the problem, if we can't open up about our emotions at the same time, you're going to know where this energy lies for you. Something drastically needs to change. And I feel like you're either going to know this week or you're going to figure it out this week with that Queen of Swords. Definitely emotions running high. Do try hard not to lash out, because Queen of Swords here, the mat does not go in reverse, obviously, right, loves? So there's a flip side to all of these energies where they could all be coming in reverse as well. Again, use your powers of discernment and use your powers to change whatever situation you feel needs to change in your life, right? But the Queen of Swords here, she could be flipped. The Queen of Swords in reverse is untrustworthy. She's kind of a mean, cold, snarky, bitter person. Someone who maybe doesn't have good boundaries or doesn't know the right things to say or do. They also may have ill will, ill intent, or lash out from pain and anger. I heard ex. So yes, it does have like an ex-lover type of energy, or a bitter, scorned person, right? To take it as it fits. For some, it's a mother or a motherly energy, right? But the point is that there's like a fine line here that you need to walk this week of balancing out emotions, potential addictions, and this need to want to withdraw. I don't feel that that's the necessary thing to do for everybody. I feel like you're going to know what needs to be cut out or what needs to change. All right, loves, but definitely needing to change something here, and almost needing to take the reins on that as well with Mars and Taurus. You feel me? Mars is again that masculine energy, that action, at going forward ruthlessly, but in a good way, determined, ambitious. Oh, the drive, oh, the passion, oh, the creation in Mars. You feel me? There's also again flip side with that Queen of Swords in reverse energy. There could be aggression. There could be some ill choice of words. You feel me? So be discerning. Do try to remain in the Queen of Swords upright, honest, truthful, with a sharp wit, sharp wisdom, and sharp navigation skills, rather than especially with Mars backing all of this week, right? Coming into a new sign. But that's to balance out these emotions and this withdrawal energy. So, okay, so wherever you are in this, loves, it's going to be different for everybody. Just to recap, something needs to change. Emotions running very high. You're either going to want to withdraw or you're going to need to withdraw, love, and you're going to know where that sits for you. So best of luck this week. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed that reading. I hope that resonates for you, and I hope, above all else, that it helps you out in navigating this week, June 8th through the 14th. Come back next week. We're doing these every Saturday, you guys. I appreciate you so much. And until I see you next time, loves, please like, share, comment, subscribe if you vibe. Peace, love, and light to you always, my dears.